Welcome back, beautiful people. I'm going to show you guys how I got this really pretty style with the mini twist. I went ahead and washed my hair already, and I also went ahead and applied my leave-in while I was in the shower. I went in with this Shea moisture, and it just left my hair so soft. I love this brand so much. So now what I'm going to do, since my hair is already divided into sections, I'm going to start with this back corner first, and I'm going to go in with some oil to seal that moisture into place. For an even spread, I'm just going to split this quadrant in half. To moisturize, I just went in with my homemade butter. Literally, guys, all I do is take all of my favorite moisturizers, throw them in a bowl together, whip them up, and voila, you get this cream. So I'm just going to seal in that leave-in with this, and I'm also going to apply it to my scalp. I want to make sure that that's nice and hydrated as well. Then I'm going to take my brush and make sure that all of this is distributed evenly throughout this little section. Nothing different than my normal routine. I'm just going to twist this up to seal all that goodness into place, and then I'm going to do this to the remaining 3 sections. Now with that done, I'm just going to take these 2 front sections of loose, and I'm going to figure out where I want my part. I decided to go in with a side part this time, so I'm just taking my rat tail to get that even and clean line, and then I'm just going to twist these front sections back up because I'm going to start off with the back half of my head first. And I'm just going in with the brush so that I can avoid it getting tangled up, and it's just going to keep it nice and smooth in this section until it's time to work on it. Okay, so really simple, guys. I'm just taking my rat tail and I'm parting off about ½ an inch thick sections, and I just want to make sure that the part is really nice and clean because you don't want any hair to snag in or your scalp will be really sore and tender. And then I'm taking medium size, maybe small, they're not really big sections, and I'm just pinning the rest of the hair out of the way. Then I'm taking my dimming brush starting at the end to get all of the knots and tangles out, and then I'm going to go in with the Eco Styler Maximal Hold Gel. This stuff is really good, keeps my hair nice and laid down, and I'm just going to put a small amount onto this section, working in with my fingers first. Then I'm going to take the dimming one more time to just make sure all of that is smoothed in. Cool, so then once that's done, I'm going to split it evenly into 2 and just start twisting. These twists are fairly tight just because I want to make sure that it has a nice hold and nice definition, and just keep smoothing it out with your dimming and your finger to make sure that you're getting all of the knots and tangles out. And it's really just that simple. I just repeat this entire process over my entire head, and then for the ends I just roll them around my fingers to lock and seal this twist into place. Getting the looks of this style is all about keeping the sections nice and smooth, and that is how I keep it to last so long. You just want to make sure all of the knots and tangles are out, and that's where the dimming brush is really good at doing because it's good for definition and making sure that it's all smooth. Also, be careful of how you're twisting this because if you do it loosely, you're not going to get that nice tight definition, so that's why I say I do it pretty tight from the roots all the way to the end, and then keeping it sealed at the bottom. A trick is to make sure that the hair is twirling and curling all in the same direction. That is going to make the ends of your hair to stick to themselves and to curl around one another when you're making sure all of the strands are curling in that same form and definition that the curl pattern wants to go in. If your ends do not curve, however, use a perm rod. So this is the back when it is completely finished, nice and full, flowy, bouncy. I think it's so beautiful. It's so nice. So yeah, I'm just going to do the front and then we'll be done. The front is done the exact same way, same motion, same process. Brush it, smooth it, product, twist it. The only difference is with the front, and I'll show you this in just a second, is that when I get to the pieces that are on the hairline, I do a small little flat twist, and that just keeps my edges tamed. And I also do that on the section that's closest to the nape of my neck, you know, just to keep the little frizzies from flying everywhere. But you can also go in with your fancy little swoops and cursive hairlines if that's what you please and choose, but I just like to keep it pretty simple. Takes me about a good hour, maybe an hour and a half to finish my whole head, but it's always so worth it because it always comes out so pretty and never fails me. And yeah, all I have to do is just keep it moisturized, keep it tied up at night, and this lasts me a good 2 weeks. Also leads to a very, very pretty twist out if you ever want to unravel them, but it's low maintenance and I just don't have to do anything to my head, so that's the best part about the whole thing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was easy to follow along with, and thank you for being here as usual, and I will see you in my next one.